Lupita Nyong'o was born on March 1, 1983, in Mexico City to Kenyan parents living in political exile. Her father, a professor and political activist, had faced persecution back home in Kenya, so the family found temporary safety in Mexico. When Lupita was just a year old, they moved back to Kenya. She grew up in Nairobi in a big, book-loving, art-loving family. Her parents took their kids to the theater, encouraged reading, and made creativity feel normal, not risky. But behind the smiles, Lupita carried a painful secret. She hated her own skin. As a dark-skinned girl in Kenya, she grew up surrounded by billboards, movies, and magazines that praised lighter skin. She's talked about being a victim of colorism, feeling so rejected by beauty standards that she even tried to lighten her skin. At one point, she was even told she was too dark to be on television. Imagine being a kid who dreams of the screen, and someone basically tells you your face is the problem. By her teens, Lupita was already performing in school plays and local theater. She appeared in the MTV Africa series Sugar, and even directed a documentary called In My Genes about Kenyans with albinism and the discrimination they face. Even before Hollywood, she was using storytelling to challenge injustice, but she wanted to go deeper. She left Kenya for the United States, studied film and theater at Hampshire College, and then made a huge decision: to apply to the Yale School of Drama. She graduated in 2012 with no idea that her very first major film audition was about to change everything. While Lupita was preparing for her final Yale showcase, a script came her way, 12 Years a Slave. It would be her first big film audition, and the role was Patsy, an enslaved woman enduring unimaginable brutality. She's admitted she was guided by fear on that film, fear of failing, fear of not honoring the real people behind the story. But that fear sharpened her performance into something unforgettable. Her performance as Patsy stunned critics and audiences. Lupita won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress at the 86th Oscars, becoming the first Kenyan and first Mexican to win an acting Oscar, and one of only a handful of black women ever to take that trophy home. In that moment, she stood on stage and told kids watching at home that their dreams were valid, no matter where they came from or what they looked like. You'd think an Oscar would unlock every door in Hollywood. For Lupita, it did the opposite. In recent interviews, she's revealed that in the months after her win, most of the offers she got were more slave roles. The pressure was intense. Lupita had to make a brutal choice: take the easy jobs and be typecast forever, or say no, work less, and try to change the rules. She chose no. She chose the harder road. Instead of repeating Patsy, Lupita rebuilt her career on her own terms. She became the alien sage Maz Kanata in Star Wars. She voiced a wolf in The Jungle Book. She played a fierce Ugandan mother in Queen of Katwe. She joined the Marvel Universe as Nakia in Black Panther, a role that showed an African woman as a spy, a warrior, a leader, not a stereotype. Then she headlined Jordan Peele's horror hit Us, playing two characters and proving she wasn't just a supporting actress, she was a leading one. On stage, she went back to her theater roots and won a Tony Award for The Skin of Our Teeth. She wrote Solway to help children face colorism with more tools than she had. She's spoken openly about women's health, identity, and being a joyful warrior for changing how the world sees Africans. Recently, she's kept pushing boundaries with projects like A Quiet Place, Day One, The Wild Robot, and even an upcoming role in Christopher Nolan's adaptation of The Odyssey. She refuses to be put in a box. Not by Hollywood, not by beauty standards, not by anyone. Lupita Nyong'o's story isn't just about talent. It's about a girl who was told she was too dark, too different, who crossed continents, faced rejection, turned down the safe roles, and still chose to shine in her own way. From Mexico City to Nairobi, from Yale to the Oscars, from Patsy to Black Panther and beyond, Lupita is proof that representation isn't charity, it's power.